Welcome back again to the Duler Stadium for match number 47 between Vasco Sports Club and Panjim Footballers. Vasco Sports Club looking to stay in the title hunt in the Selvel Goa Professional League, whereas Panjim Footballers looking to battle for survival against the title contenders Vasco Sports Club. Where we see Vasco Sports Club warming up for a very crucial encounter today. They're not really out of the title race today, but if they do end up losing points today, they are certainly out of it. But if they log in full 3 points, they head to the second position on the table. We see the goalkeepers getting ready for a very big match under the circumstances for Vasco.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the beautiful Duler Stadium on another hot afternoon for match number 47 between Vasco Sports Club and Panjim Footballers. A very big encounter for both teams in a positive result which Vasco will be looking for. And I've got with me Coach Viresh with me for Vasco Sports Club. Good afternoon, Viresh. The last two encounters were not great results for Vasco. Today, you're still in the hunt for the title, because if you win today, you're right up there in the second position. What are your feelings and what do these members of the team think about this result today against Panjim Footballers, because they're also battling in the relegation zone with 6 matches, 6 points?
Previous match we had a lot of injuries. Starting 9 players from the starting 11 were injured. That wasn't the result we were expecting, but we are leaving the result behind, and we prepared good for this match, and we are hoping for a win, and we will go for a win.
Any particular changes that you have made today from the last match? Because that was a big match for you all. If you all beat Selvel, you all could have gone to the top, but like you said, you've moved on from that. But any changes from that team?
Yeah, we have 3 changes. Defender Alson has come in for defender Neville, and midfielder Daniel has come in for Suraj, and we have Savlon for Sanvit.
That's
3 major changes. There are 3 major changes.
Those are 3 major changes. Any changes with the goalkeeper or the strike forward up front?
Yeah, we have new signing goalkeeper Rizwan has come in for injured Sanju Thapa.
Okay. Any predictions for today, Viresh?
I always had predictions.
Okay, thank you so much, Viresh. Thank you. That was Viresh for Vasco Sports Club, and we'll head over to Panjim Footballers for an exciting interview with their coach.
And that's the team for Vasco Sports Club. Quite a few changes made to the first 11, with Warren Pereira, Kuldeep Kumar, Savlon Fernandez coming into the team. Desmond Gama, Daniel Rebello, who missed the last match, has been put into the team today as well. Karan Shirodkar, Anil Gaukar continues to be the presence of Vasco Sports Club. Rizvin Fernandez, Francisco Fernandez, Alson Fernandez, and captain Joaquim Branches, coached by Mickey Fernandez. Heading over to Panjim Footballers, a big game for them as well. In the context, 6 points from 6 matches. This is almost like a must-win for them. They will look to get at least a point from this encounter from Vasco Sports Club. Will be looking to spoil the party for Vasco. Both teams coming off 2 major losses. And Preston Rego back on goal today for Panjim Footballers. That's the news. We'll see it in the team list.
I've headed over to the other end, and with me is Thomas Alvarez of Panjim Footballers. A very crucial encounter for them. They're on 6 points from 6 matches. What are your thoughts today, sir, about this big encounter against Vasco Sports Club? Because they're still in the title aspirations. Do you want to spoil the party for them and make sure that you're safe in the league?
Yeah, first we have to stay safe and see that we get these 3 points by hook or by crook. But we have to same way respect the opponent, because they are also a tough opponent. Because I know their game is always tough. They can till the end they fight. So we have to take something from this game.
They're coming back of two major losses, and so are you. So it's almost like a payback situation for both teams. I think both teams will be looking to go all out. So is it more of a defensive situation against an attacking team? Is that how you set it up, or do you go all out against them?
No, I'll be doing most of the time defending, because one of two defenders are not there of a team. They are injured, and one yellow got two yellow card, Mickey. So I have to start with defending, and we'll see on the counter.
Interestingly, you said there are a few injuries in the team. So what are the major changes that you've made to this 11 today?
Changes, instead of one newcomer is the under 20, Allen by name. So I have given him chance. Instead of Liston, he was right back, but I put right half, Allen. So he's starting today, and hope so. I told him this first impression, last impression. Show your game to the opponent.
This is my favorite question, and I'll let you go. Any predictions for today?
Yeah, hope so. Winning.
Thank you so much, sir. All the best for today. And that is it from Mr. Thomas Alvarez. Wishing them all the best. But over on to the studio, and we will head back for the kickoff in a few minutes.
Panjim Footballers with their first 11. Thomas Alvarez, quite an exciting coach to talk to. And that is Janio Fernandez, the captain, Xavier Rebello, Joyson Gonkar, Prasil Kankonkar, Akash Sanadi, Krishna Gavas, Pandurang Gons, Lloyd Cardozo, Alan Colasso is the name that has been mentioned by Thomas Alvarez. Coming into the team today, Akram Yadwad making a comeback, and Preston Rego back on goal for Panjim Footballers. Over to the points table, and like I mentioned before, it's a big game for both the teams. Vasco, if they win today, they go above Tempo Sports Club into the second position, although they would have played more matches than the others. Panjim Footballers with 6 points from 6 matches will be looking to get away from that relegation zone as the referees head out with the players. Vasco Sports Club and Panjim Footballers. Big game under the circumstances for both the teams. Some new faces in both the teams facing a major injury crisis, and they'll be looking to overcome those circumstances for the team and look to do the best for themselves. It's also an opportunity for the young boys who are coming in, trying to prove themselves to the coach that they belong to the highest level of football, because this is the Selvel Goa Professional League and it has unearthed many a talent before. As Panjim Footballers are an exciting lot to see, but they haven't had the best result in the last 2 matches, and quite surprisingly Vasco Sports Club haven't had the best result either. They've lost against Kalingut Association and Selgaukar back to back. Vasco Sports Club, on the other hand, Panjim Footballers losing to Velsau and Tempo Sports Club. But we've seen a lot of fight from these young boys of Panjim Footballers. They are a talented lot and they can win against any team on their day, and they know that. And with the likes of Akram Yadwad, Akash Sanadi, they are a team to contend with, and Vasco Sports Club cannot take the men in yellow today lightly. But on the other hand, these boys in white will be looking to redeem themselves after that embarrassing loss against Selgaukar Football Club. They'll be out to prove a point today, and They will be looking to absolutely thunderbolt their way past the young Panjim Footballers team. A new face under the bar for Vasco Sports Club with Rizvin Fernandez on goal in place of the injured Sanju Thapa. Mickey Fernandez, the ex-Indian footballer, will look for his boys to put out a display that would impress one and all out there at the Duler Stadium, as we see Thomas Alvarez of Panjim Footballers, and it will be a big match for his young boys because they've not really been in a battle for relegation in a long time. They finished high up the table last year and not so well this year because they finished in 6th position, mustering 27 points. That's not too bad for a team which is known as the development team of Sporting Club de Goa. Has unearthed many a talent Panjim Footballers. And Akash Sanadi coming back into the first 11 today, and he will be looking to get control of that midfield for Panjim Footballers. It won't be an easy task with the likes of Francis Fernandez and Daniel Ribello, but he's quite capable of taking this game to Vasco Sports Club, with Akram playing it back to Preston. You can see the pressing, the early pressing from Vasco Sports Club. You can see the intent from the boys in white. Alson plays it long but finds Akram Yadwad. This is Akash Sanadi. Akash plays it back. This is a poor ball, but Akram does well in the end to go past Joachim. This is Akram's ball forward, looking for the run of Krishna Gavas, but it's been cleared off. This is some space ahead of him. Lloyd Cardozo to Krishna, tries to play that 1-2. This is an early chance. Warren didn't really know where the ball was as that shot came in from Pandurangons on his left foot. This was a good early move from Panjim Footballers. Lloyd Cardozo trying to play that 1-2, deflecting of Kuldeep Kumar, falling to Pandurangons and then deflected out by Warren Pereira. This is the first corner of the match and it goes Panjim Footballers' way. This is Pandurangons, puts it up into the box. Akash Sanadi against Anil Gaonkar. Anil does very well there, retrieves the ball, but quite interestingly gives it back straight to Akash Sanadi after all that hard work from Anil Gaonkar. But he's really been a talent. As the shot comes in, it's just over the bar. Panjim Footballers will be looking to test Rizvin Fernandez today, coming in place of Sanju Thapa. This is Warren, wins the throw in again. Lloyd Cardozo has a big job on his hands today. But coming back to Anil Gaonkar, he didn't have a great showing against Selvel Football Club, but that really was the only match in which we've seen him really not having an impact, because Anil Gaonkar has had a fantastic Selvel Goa Professional League so far. He has scored a hat-trick and is close behind Stephen Sartarkar and Stefan De Costa on the scoring charts, both of them topping the scoring charts, and Selgaocar will be a happy team to see that, as Lloyd Cardozo wins that ball from Karan Shirodkar but gives it away. This is Daniel Rebello's long ball. Looking for Joachim of Branches. Joachim plays it to Francis Fernandez. A shot which is brilliantly kept out by Preston Rego. Francis Fernandez, what an effort! That is from the legendary Francis Fernandez, who has an ISL win under his belt. Preston Rego does very well to keep that out, throwing himself in the air. And now this is a corner for Vasco Sports Club. The first for them, as this ball comes in and straight to Preston Rego. A very quick start to this game, which should hold us in good stead for the 85 minutes that are left in this football match. I think both teams will be looking to go at each other. But interestingly, Thomas Alvarez said he'll be playing on the counter attack. And this is Krishna. Lloyd Cardozo. Lloyd's ball forward has found Alan Colasso in space. Alan wins that back. This is Lloyd Cardozo. He has a chance here. Lloyd Cardozo with the shot. Desmond Gama defending desperately against Lloyd to block that shot. That was a chance again for Panjim Footballers. It's end-to-end stuff right now between these two teams. This is Pandurang Gons, who's going to take this corner kick. Pandurang's ball in and it's been flicked on. However, this is still a chance. Alan Colasso flicks it on back. This is Akash Sanadi, plays it back. This is Alan. The ball coming in and being headed on by Krishna, but collected easily by Rizvin. Losing out on that Janio, as the attempted cross from Anil Gaukar is blocked by Janio, recovering brilliantly against Anil. As another corner, it's almost 2-2 on the corner count, as Daniel Rebello's corner comes in and the header has allowed a scrappy football affair going on in that Panjim Footballers box. What a start this has been to this match. It's been riveting to watch, to say the least, as this corner comes in from Daniel Rebello and the header was in the box with Kuldeep Kumar fighting and then finally falling to Janio and then smashing it against Joachim. Finally cleared by the men in yellow. This is Akash. It's Krishna Gavas who's been brought down. Akash takes it quickly. I beg your pardon, there was Joyce and Gonkar who was brought down by Anil. It's a beautifully played ball. Krishna Gavas looking for Alan Colasso. This is Pandurang Gonz's cross in. Well dealt with by Alson. Daniel looking for Anil Gaukar but doesn't really find him. Akram leaves it for Prussell. Prussell taking the throw in. Prussell leaves it on. This is a chance. Lloyd Cardozo's cross in. Just cannot find Krishna Gavas. As this has probably gone out for another corner. Just taking the lead in the corner front of it. It's 3 corners for Panjim Footballers to Vasco's 2. Or is it a corner? I believe it's a throw-in. Yes, it is, as Prussell takes it. This is Joyson. Joyson does well. Goes past one of his markers. This is Lloyd Cardozo and Joyson in the box. Joyson takes it and they have scored the first goal of the match. What a move that is between Joyson and Lloyd Cardozo. Thomas Alvarez right now will be a very happy man. Joyson there, brilliant work. Gives it and takes it in his stride. Goes past Warren Pereira, holds him off, and Rizvin Fernandez can only stop and stare as the ball has been slotted past him by the very, very impressive Joyson Gonkar. As on the 10th minute mark, it's been a superb start for Panjim Footballers as they take a 0-0 lead against a hapless Vasco Sports Club right now. Adding to their misery, Joyson Gonkar. Well, we have to keep in mind that Vasco have come back previously. They have won matches from being 1 goal down, as this is Panduran Gons who slotted this ball. This is Krishna Gavas. He's had an impressive start as this shot comes in. Rizvin Fernandez has almost lost that, and it almost went into the goal again. Would have led to more goalkeeping misery for Vasco Sports Club as the shot comes in from Krishna Gavas on his left foot as this ball was rolling away into the goal. Rizvin Fernandez was looking on with almost despair there as this ball comes in. This is Lloyd Cardozo. What a start this is for Panjim Footballers, but that's a poor ball in the end from Lloyd Cardozo. This is Akram who wins the ball back, just about leaving it behind. This is Joyson playing it safely back to Preston Rego, who did make that brilliant save of Francisco Fernandez, as Preston hooks it forward. This is Akram's clearance. A throw in for Vasco. But Panjim will be looking to continue more of the same today, as they have done in the opening 10 minutes. But you've got to give credit to Thomas Alvarez and his boys. He has some injuries, but the boys which have come in has, and this is another chance. This is the new boy, and that's a brilliant save from Rizvin Fernandez. Alan Colasso versus Rizvin. What a chance that was to make it 2-0 to Panjim Footballers. Vasco right now in disarray at the moment. What a start for Thomas Alvarez's boys. It was an interesting conversation with Thomas Alvarez, but he did say that they will be playing on the counter attack, but it's been quite the opposite really, because Panjim Footballers have shown real intent in these opening 14 minutes at the Duler Stadium. To be fair, we have seen intent from both the teams, but Panjim Footballers have come out trumps, and they have really taken the game to Vasco Sports Club. He has a big game ahead of him. The game is only 1 quarter rolled, 3 more quarters left in this half. Boy, what a start this has been for the men in yellow. An exuberant start, to say the least. The young boys showing some exciting football against a very experienced Vasco Sports Club team led by Joachim Branches. As Akram comes forward to take this free kick. This is Akram Yadwad. Headed on by Warren. Denel. Denel's ball forward for Anil Gaukar. This is Anil. Prasil should keep it in, and he does keep it in and then clears it on. Intercepted by Warren Pereira, and is he fouled? No, he isn't. This is Panduran Gons. In the background we saw very excited Panjim Footballers coach ushering them forward. Panduran Gons. On his left foot, driving forward. Mickey having a conversation with the referee, not happy with that decision. He thought that was a foul on Warren Pereira. This is Daniel Ribello. Looking for Joachim. Intercepted by Akram. This is Akash Sanadi. He did say how important a role Akash will play in today's match. And so far, he has been outstanding in this game, taking control of that midfield area. We haven't seen much apart from that shot from Francis Fernandez, as Karan Shirodkar being pressed by Alan Colasso, but does well there. And this is Karan Shirodkar. This is Francis Fernandez, threads it through for Anil Gaukar, but just a little too much in that from Francis Fernandez. Preston will gleefully collect that. We'll see this again. That's beautifully threaded through by Francis Fernandez. This is a chance, and Vasco trying to get back into the game. Not happy with the referee's decision again, as this ball comes in from Daniel Ribello, and then the cross comes in from Savlon, and not much in there really for the referee to give a penalty. This is Francis. Daniel Ribello. Boy, did Vasco miss Daniel Ribello's services against Selgal Football Club, but Desmond Gama cannot get to that ball from Francis Fernandez. This is Xavier, who made his debut in the last match. Wasn't too bad, but he looked to improve on the mistakes that he had made. This is Alson. Daniel Ribello. Daniel plays it back to Kuldeep. This is Warren. Warren plays it up, looking for Anil and finds him. Anil up against Akram. Anil's ball in, and that's a good one! Preston has lost that, and Joachim Branches has fouled Preston Rego, who's writhing in pain at the moment. The physio will be called into action for Panjim Footballers. We'll see what exactly happened there, as this cross from Anil Gaukar came in looking for Joachim Branches. Nothing much that the captain could do. It was all fair that he went up for that header. There was more of Joachim standing his ground and Preston colliding into him, then Joachim running into Preston. Preston has stayed on the ground. He's coming back off an injury. But he's a crucial player for Panjim Footballers. The captain, Preston Rego. We've slowly seen some amount of crowd coming in to the stadium, allowed into the stadium, but in very, very limited numbers. The Goan Football Association taking things very, very carefully in the midst of pandemic. However, getting football back to the state has been a major step towards the happiness of the Goan footballers and the people. This is Karan Shirodkar moving in, trying to find Desmond Gama, but this is Anand Kolasa who gave the ball away, and then Alson plays it to Warren. Warren's ball forward, not really finding the preferred destination of Joachim Branches, headed out by Akram. Warren plays it back to Kuldeep. Kuldeep taking his time, putting himself under pressure. Daniel plays it back to Alson, who clears it. And then the header from Janio lands up with Joachim Branches. This is Daniel Ribello. Francis Fernandez's ball dealt with easily by Prussell. This is Pandirangon's choice in now. The man who scored that beautifully played goal for Panjim Footballers. This is Anil losing out to Akram again. That will be a good battle to watch all afternoon. Akram and Anil Gaukar going at each other. This is Daniel Ribello. Joachim. This is a counter-attack again. This is Krishna Gawas. 2 versus 2 right now. Can't find Lloyd Cardozo. A disappointment in the end for Lloyd, because that was a very good opportunity again for Panjim Footballers. We are slowly getting to that place where Thomas Alvarez did mention about counter-attacking football, and it's going that way as that header comes in from Joachim, which has gone slightly wide of goal. A difficult header from the captain. He did well to connect with it, but couldn't quite get the direction and the power. Preston Rego takes it long. Headed on. This is Savlon who's played it back, and then it's put forward by Daniel Ribello. But Preston Rego has come forward and collected it. Preston hooks it up long. No footballer there for Panjim Footballers, as this ball comes in from Karan Shirodkar. Headed on. Daniel Ribello. This is Joachim Branches who wrestles Janio Fernandez to the ground. who asks for a card. We'll see this again from Joachim Branches. You can see him. He's been absolutely wrestled to the ground, Janio Fernandez. But interestingly, the foul has been given against Janio. Because Janio was the man who impeded Joachim earlier, but the correct decision from the referee as the header comes in. It's been handed over straight to Preston Rego as Denil has stayed on the ground. Is that Denil or Anil Gaukar is on the ground rather, clutching the back of his head. Vasco slowly but surely making a small comeback into the game, putting Panjim Footballers under some kind of pressure. But I must say that we have seen Panjim Footballers freeze at times, because taking into account that game against Tempo Sports Club, they did surprise the leaders with a goal from Lloyd Cardozo. Tempo Sports Club, one of the biggest names in Goan football, was shell-shocked in that first half against Panjim Footballers. But in the opening 15 minutes of the second half, you wouldn't believe what happened, because Tempo Sports Club came back with 2 goals and ended up winning that match 3-1 as Desmond Gama comes in, will take the shot on, blocked by Janio. This is Francis Fernandez, plays it on to Daniel Ribello, going right and left, not quite getting past his marker. This is Kuldeep. Warren, who's been fouled over there. But getting back to that situation where we've seen Panjim Footballers lose it all from this position. Now Thomas Alvarez will be hoping that his boys have learned from their mistakes early on, because they have taken a very crucial lead against Vasco Sports Club, and they really need to come at them and not let their guard down, as this ball comes in from Daniel Ribello, and that was a chance at the back post. But Janio does very well over there to protect the ball from Alson and Kuldeep. It has rolled out for a goal kick, as this free kick came in from Daniel Ribello, and the flick on, and Janio followed Alson and Kuldeep. Job well done by the captain. Daniel wins another foul. This is Daniel Ribello. Krishna Gavas being asked by the referee politely to go back. Daniel's free kick again. A poor one under the circumstances, because it's rolled out for a goal kick. Mickey Fernandez will be a concerned man right now. He really wouldn't want 3 losses back to back. A hat-trick of losses for Vasco Sports Club would really shut them out of the title challenges. Daniel Ribello brought down again by Joyson this time. There's Daniel twisting and turning, and then Joyson just tripping Daniel. There's another free kick which is going to be taken. This time it's going to be Karan Shirodkar, the man who's been signed from Selgaukar this season, The ball comes in, headed on by Akram Yadwad, misses the flight of it, but so does Kuldeep Kumar. Preston plays it short to Janio. Janio's long ball looking for Lloyd Cardozo, not quite getting there. This is Akash Sanadi. Poor ball from Akash. This almost released Pandurang Gons on the left hand side, but eventually goes out for a Vasco throw in. This is Kuldeep to Warren. This is Warren's throw in, which has been put out by Prussell. Kuldeep wins the throw in again. Warren Pereira. Pandurang Gons now with the header. Joachim branches and leaves the ball for the throw in. Kuldeep is going to launch this into the box again. We'll look to find a white t-shirt as the flick on from Joachim branches, and then Warren Pereira's shot has gone over the bar, and the referee will probably usher the players to their respective dugouts, because it is the first cooling break signalled by the referee, as Panjim Footballers will be the team going in happier to the dugouts, and not a very happy Mickey Fernandez. He was looking for some kind of a reaction from his boys after that loss against Selgal, and all he's got right now is Panjim Footballers leading them 1-0. We'll see that goal again. There you see Joyson going past Savlon and then playing the quick 1-2 with Lloyd Cardozo and absolutely slotting it past Rizwan Fernandez. Look at this again. We can see this all day. This was so beautifully and elegantly done by Joyson and Lloyd Cardozo. Football can be so simple at times, and that really has been made to look so easy to the eye, so simple. Beautifully slotted, beautifully finished by Joyson Gonkar. The man on your screen has given the lead to Panjim Footballers. They will be looking to keep this good work going well into this first half, and then Thomas Alvarez will have a chance to talk to his boys and alter strategies for the second half. Mickey Fernandez will be hoping that his boys get the equalizer as soon as possible, as Alan Colasso cannot keep that ball in, and Xavier clears that out for another throw-in. This is Karan Shirodkar who will take the throw-in. The ball has been cleared on by Desmond Gama into the hands of Preston Rego. Preston will be playing it wide to Xavier, who chips it forward for Alan Colasso, but unluckily for Denon it has gone out of him for a Panjim throw-in. This is Akash, back to Xavier, back with Akash. Akash plays it forward, looking for Lloyd Cardozo, who fails to shield the ball from Olsen. This has been given away. This is dangerous again. Look at this from Janio Fernandez. This is Lloyd Cardozo with the shot across the goal. Not really getting there. Janio Fernandez with the run. This is Panjim Footballers right now. Beautifully held up by Panjim Footballers. That was another chance for the men in yellow to work this out effectively, and that was Janio straight from his centre back position. What an adventurous run that was from Janio Fernandez. This is Lloyd Cardozo again. Lloyd gives it away. This is Denil Francis. Joachim Branches looking for Anil. Anil gets it on the right hand side, but Akram has slipped, and this is really clumsy football there from Selvel Fernandez coming into the team today. Miggy Fernandez expects him to do better than that. Take advantage of that situation where Akram Yadawat completely missed the ball, and Vasco had a second go at it, but Selvel wasting that opportunity. This is Lloyd Cardozo looking for the run of Alan Colasso, not quite getting it. This is Desmond Gama playing it back to Olsen. Olsen plays it up and over Janio, but goes straight to Preston Rego. Not really happy Joachim Branches right now with the supply line of his. He hasn't had many opportunities as Joyson again eases past Daniel Ribello. He's come forward, plays it to Alan Colasso. This is Alan. The ball was good from him but headed out by Olsen again. This is Xavier to Akar Sanadi. Put over, but won by Akram Yadwad. Was given away a poor ball to Warren. This is Olsen. Karan Shirotkar. Karan's long ball, but straight into the hands of Preston Rego. Preston's ball, looking for Lloyd Cardozo or Krishna Gavas, who thought he had got the ball but not really happy with that decision on Daniel Ribello. When the tackle was from behind, we'll see what happened. To be fair to him, he did get the ball, some part of it at least, and maybe he just caught Daniel Ribello's leg earlier than he had expected, as Samuel De Costa comes in place of Selvel Fernandez, who's had a disappointing afternoon. The young lad coming into the team today. Not a great encounter for them, as Kuldeep has won this, and this is Akram Yadwad who avoids the danger, but that was very dangerous from Preston Rego. He completely lost the ball against Kuldeep. This is Joachim who wins the corner kick. The poor clearance from Prussell, and then Kuldeep's header back looking for Sanville, and then cleared on by Akram. This is another corner kick. Daniel's corner coming in. This is another chance, as Sanville and the Vasco players all appealing for that handball. Olsen there, but I don't think there was much in there because he had turned his back and he wouldn't know what hit him. We'll see the replay again as this ball ricochets, and you really cannot give that as a penalty because that would have been really harsh on Akram Yadwad. This is Daniel Ribello with another corner kick, driving forward, but very well defended against by Panjim Footballers. Selvel with the foul, committing the foul, coming off the bench today, as Preston Rego has stayed on the ground. Preston also not completely match fit, I'm guessing, because he's just coming back off a major injury. However, he will be looking to continue the good work he's done so far, as this ball comes in from Janio. This is Zalent Colasso's header. This is Lloyd Cardozo. Lloyd Cardozo with a poor ball. This is Kuldeep to Francis. Francis driving forward, releasing Anil Gaukar on the right hand side. Anil does well to keep the ball in, cuts in. This is still Anil Gaukar. The cross has been deflected. This is Alson, who hooks the ball up and then cleared on by Xavier. Panduran Gons has stayed on the ground. It'll be interesting to see what happened, because the players and the physio has rushed over to him. Maybe he just had a blow of the shot from one of the Vasco players. Panduran has come back onto his feet. He should be okay, just putting the ice pack on his back, as we're going to start proceedings with a Vasco Sports Club throw in, with Kuldeep coming forward. He'll launch it into the box. Kuldeep's throw comes in. Joachim's header on, but it's been blocked again by Panjim. Krishna wins the header against Denil. Lloyd plays it back to Xavier. This has been won back by Vasco. This is Francis Fernandez. Still running Francis Fernandez against Akram Yadwa. This is Joachim of Branches now. The cross comes in, and Daniel Ribello was the man who was coming back. That's beautifully received by Joyson. Laid it down for Janio on a platter, and this is Lloyd Cardozo now up against Karan Shirodkar. That's beautifully done by Lloyd Cardozo. This is Krishna Gawas. Krishna's ball intercepted by Daniel Ribello, the on-rushing Daniel. Flicked on again. Francis Fernandez thinks he won the foul there, but it is Janio who's on the ground for Panjim Footballers. Janio and Xavier are the players of Panjim who are on the ground. The referee has given free kick Panjim's way, as Xavier has stayed on the ground. It's a result of that tackle from Joachim of Branches. It's been 43 minutes played at the Duler Stadium. It'll be interesting to see what the assistant referee gives as additional time, because we've had quite a few stoppages in this first half. This is Preston Rego. Preston's got a free kick, headed on by Warren. This is Denel to Warren. Anil. Back to Kuldeep. Kuldeep does well and calmly slots it back for Alson. This is Karan Shirodkar. Karan's long ball forward, but can only find the heads of a yellow t-shirt. It's a good turn from Desmond Gama driving in, and then the final ball missing again from Vasco Sports Club. This is Kuldeep. It's been cleared on by Warren Pereira. This is Preston going to take his time with this as Anil chases it down. Preston's long ball, and the assistant referee has shown 4 minutes of additional time for this first half. This is Desmond Gama. Daniel Ripello plays it to Karan. This is Kuldeep Kumar. Akram will clear that on. What a half of football this has been from Panjim Footballers. They may be just 1-0 up, but could have been so much more for the men in yellow. As this ball comes in, and that's a brilliant block by Janio Fernandez of Selvel de Costa, because he bulleted that shot. It would have been a test for Preston Rego. This is Lloyd Cardozo now, up 1-on-1 against Kuldeep. He goes past him. This is Lloyd Cardozo still going. Karan Shirodkar with a very important interference. Has been cleared off eventually. Panjim Footballers always threatening on that counter attack, as Thomas Alvarez have shaded them up in that exact same formation. Lloyd puts it out. This is Karan. Takes the throw into Selvel. This is Karan again. Karan hooks it up. Not finding the preferred destination in Francis Fernandez. Daniel Ribello. This is Francis Fernandez trying to go past Akram, and he does. This is Francis Fernandez in the box, but again very well covered by Prussell this time. There is a man on the ground, and I think Akram Yadwad is the man who's on the ground. And we see a feeble crowd in the stands today, all eagerly watching this game as this ball comes in. And Preston again loses it, and it has been cleared on, and another yellow card for Desmond Gama this time. Desmond getting that yellow card from the referee for putting that foot very high on Xavier, if I'm not too mistaken. Panjim Footballers, what a half of football it has been from the men in yellow, whereas Mickey Fernandez's boys will look to come out in the second half and really push this Panjim team to the limits. We know that Panjim are a little weak in defense with all the injuries that they're facing, and It would be a shame for Vasco Sports Club if they fail to take advantage of that kind of a situation, because they haven't threatened much really in this game against Panjim Footballers. This is Desmond Gama's cross. This is Selvel. Daniel Ribello shooting deflected. That took the pace off it a little. That block from Joyson goes straight into the safe hands of Preston Rego. Preston's long ball forward, headed on by Kuldeep Kumar. This is Warren. The referee continuing play. This is Anil Gaukar. And another throw in for Panjim Footballers. Already the 4 minutes played of this half, the extra time, but referee allowing play to continue, and just as I say that, the referee brings the first half action between Vasco Sports Club and Panjim Footballers to an end, as the players will head back to the changing rooms.
There are 2 matches on this ground. In the morning, the Vedanta Women's League is going to play. This is played between
Both the teams will be looking to come out very sharp in the second half, and boy, Vasco need that sharpness right now, because it is Panjim Footballers who are making inroads into that Vasco Sports Club defense. And there you can see the headline score at halftime, with Vasco Sports Club trailing Panjim Footballers 1-0. What a big half of football we've come back to experience at the Duler Stadium. Vasco Sports Club, it is now or never for them in this half. And Panjim Footballers are on the rise at the moment. They will be looking to stay on the rise because we've seen them bottle it up before in this kind of a situation where they were in the lead by 1-0 against Tempo Sports Club, but they lost 3-1 to Tempo, especially in that opening 10 minutes of that half, as we saw Mickey Fernandez on the bench, a very concerned Mickey Fernandez, as we see Thomas Alvarez looking on, hoping that his boys have learned from their mistakes in that match against Tempo, as the referee blows the whistle to start proceedings, and Panjim Footballers straight away putting it long. This will be a very, very crucial half of football for Vasco's campaign in this year's Selvel Goa Professional League, as Warren's ball comes forward and Francis Fernandez very surprised, quite amazed, and it was very interesting to see that reaction from Francis Fernandez, because it was almost like, where was this a foul? But the referee has given the decision Panjim Footballers' way, and this is Akram Yadwad. Akram's ball forward, and Lloyd doesn't get it under control. This is Rizwan Fernandez, hooks it up long, and we cannot get that under control as this rolls out for another throw-in. This is Prussell who's going to take this throw-in. Prussell, the long throw-in coming in, and Lloyd Cardozo cannot get it under his control, and we can see the shouts of frustration from the likes of Francis Fernandez and Sanville as Anil Gaukar failed to receive that ball. These are desperate times right now for Vasco Sports Club. Xavier's ball forward, helped on by Alan Colasso. This is Xavier again, turning away from his marker. Janio's ball forward, headed on by Alcin. Sanville hooks it back for Daniel Ribello, and then his ball is headed on to Warren Pereira by Anil Kaukar. Warren's long ball, and Prussell will give the throw-in away. This is Warren Pereira. Joachim branches with the cross in. Madakram again deals with it nicely, but not happy with himself because he knows that there was no Vasco player quite chasing it down. He had time to receive it and put it out, but you can see the high fives from Panjim Footballers. They're encouraging each other. They do not want to give away this lead early in the second half, as we've seen them so often do it. And the header comes on. It's cleared off the line by Panduran Gons. And Daniel Ribello will look to put this in again and wins another corner kick. We'll see this corner again. That's beautifully floated in by Daniel, and Kuldeep's header is cleared off the line by Panduran Gons, the shortest man on the field, as another Daniel Ribello corner comes in as it goes out of Joachim's head. Quite clearly, I don't quite understand what he's complaining to the ref about, because even to the naked eye from the studio, it did come off Joachim's head. This is a Preston Rego goal kick incoming, and it's been played long. Header won by Karan Shirodkar. This is Desmond Gama. Desmond keeps it in control, plays it to Karan Shirodkar. This is Alson now. Alson plays it forward. Joachim of Branches in a battle with Janio Fernandez. Joachim does well and then ends up fouling Alan Colasso, who came back all the way to cover Janio Fernandez. This is Preston Rego now to take this free kick for Panjim Footballers. The long ball coming in from Preston. This is Akash. Does beautifully to shield the ball from Anil and Denil Ribello. As the referee has given a throw-in to Vasco Sports Club. Karan Shirodkar's throw-in. This is Karan again. This is Joachim. And Janio, to his surprise, now gives the foul away to Joachim of Branches. Not much in there really from Janio Fernandez, and no wonder he's quite amazed at that circumstance, but the referee is handling the game well so far, as this is a dangerous position for a free kick as Denil's ball comes in. It's been cleared on, and Lloyd has put Alan Colasso through, but Alan, with a poor touch, allowed Alson to get behind that ball. Otherwise it could have been a 2-on-1 situation with Panjim Footballers on the attack. The ball comes in from Anil Gaukar, and that is so close from Joachim of Branches with the header. And that is excruciatingly close from Joachim. Look at this ball from Anil Gaukar, beautifully floated, perfectly weighted. And that must be so heartbreaking for Joachim and Mickey Fernandez. Vasco coming close to get that equalizer. Can they keep this pressure on? This is Warren. Tries to be a little smart, but Krishna was up to it. There's a substitution being made. Cyril Dice
for Panjim Footballers.
being brought on for Pandurangons, who's put in a very good shift on that left wing.
Player in jersey number
Cyril Dice just adds a little bit to the physicality of Panjim Footballers. A very dynamic player for Panjim Footballers. This is Anil Gaukar with a beautiful run. Can't get past Joyson. Anil Gaukar having a go at the assistant referee. I keep saying this, that the job of a referee is probably one of the toughest out there. It is a thankless job, and sometimes they are really at the wrong end of the players' anger. It's not really their fault. We're all humans at the end of the day, and the players should understand that, but it doesn't always work like that in the heat of the game. Personally, I've also had a go at the referee at times when I was playing my football, but yeah, that's something maybe that we as players can look into, as Anil Gaukar has been bundled off the ball by Akram Yadav. That's been an interesting battle, Anil versus Akram. Anil really trying to get into this game and make a difference. Always so involved in the game, playing his heart out. Anil Kaukar, as that header from Selvel De Costa has gone out for a Panjim throw-in. And this is Prussell who's going to take the throw-in. Headed on by Warren. Daniel's header. This is Anil again. This is Selvel. Francis Fernandez to Joachim of Branches. Joachim in a physical battle with Akram Yadwad. Akram does well against the experienced man. Wins a goal kick. Preston Rego will be hoping his defense keeps up the good work that they have been doing in the first half, as this is a poor goal kick from Preston. Just clutching his left calf. This is Warren. This is Joachim of Branches. Warren's ball in straight to Akash, and this is Joyson again now. What a good game he's had, Joyson Gonkar, along with Akash Sanadi. This is Xavier. Xavier puts it forward for Lloyd Cardozo to chase. Nelson puts it out for a throw-in. Xavier coming forward to take this throw-in. Xavier's throw. This is beautifully done again by Lloyd Cardozo's ball in. Rizvin collects it and spreads it out immediately to Francis Fernandez, and look at Cyril Dice chasing that ball down. Look at him running. Look at that commitment. He was right next to Rizvin Fernandez, looking to connect with that cross from Lloyd Cardozo, but then he ran a full sprint for about 70 odd meters to get back into position and help his team get back into shape. As this is Francis Fernandez, he puts it forward for Joachim of Branches. What can the captain do here? Joachim's ball in low to his left hand side. Preston Rego saves it, puts it out for a corner kick, trying to be clever there. Joachim of Branches, instead of crossing it, he tries to slyly pass it into the goal of Preston Rego, who does well and puts it out for another corner. Another Daniel Ribello corner kick will be coming in. Daniel's corner risen up. It's still not danger averted. The header comes on. Finally cleared off. This is still dangerous. Daniel's ball. This is another chance. What a block that is from Janio Fernandez, as Francis Fernandez took that volley on, but a legendary, heroic block from Janio Fernandez. We'll see this again. Look at that. And look at that fist pump in the end. What a block that is from Janio Fernandez, as Joyson has stayed on the ground. Vasco really upping the ante here. And we expect that from a top team like that, as Joyson has stayed on the ground and Joachim just asking the referee to go on with the game. as we see slowly but surely the crowd of Goa stepping into the stadiums in the midst of a pandemic. We already know that in European football we have seen some spectators enter the stadiums. As this corner comes in from Denel Ribello, well defended this time, and Kuldeep's header goes over the bar. We're talking about the crowd, and I'm sure we'll slowly, as the next season comes through, we will see the crowd slowly back into the stanzas. And then really kudos to Goan Football Association to conduct a league of this magnitude and do it with such elegance and composure, allowing the players to get back to professional football, allowing the people of Goa to enjoy the Goa Football League. This is a good move again, but Akram does well against Anil Kaukar. Both of them have been at it really, and again Akram versus Anil. Akram keeps it in and then clears it long. It has stayed in. This is Lloyd Cardozo versus Kuldeep Kumar. I'm not very happy with that decision again, Kuldeep. It is a Panjim Footballers throw-in. Very good to see, and those smiles shared between Lloyd Cardozo and Kuldeep. It's Kuldeep's header. This is Selvel. That's a very high foot from Selvel Da Costa, and he will get a yellow card again. Dangerous play from the big man. Now this is a good opportunity for Panjim to put in a dangerous ball into the box, but I don't think that will be, and there will be many Panjim footballers going into the boxes. We saw the confirmation of that yellow card for Selvel Da Costa. Akash's ball in. This is Lloyd Cardozo's shot, and it's just gone wide of the goal. Rizwan Fernandez was a spectator. Only if he had hit the target, Lloyd Cardozo. But he's had a good outing today, Lloyd. This is Rizwan. Plays it quickly. This is straight to Panjim Footballers. This is Choisin. His goal is the main difference here today at the Duler Stadium. This is Denel Ribello giving the ball away. Beautifully done by Lloyd Cardozo again. Fighting with Desmond Gama. Lloyd Cardozo keeps the ball, retains it. This is Choisin. These are teasing times for Vasco Sports Club. This is Akash Sanadi. Akash's shot on has gone wide of goal, and this will allow Rizwan to take this goal kick long. Like we said, Panjim Footballers finish 6th on the table, and if they do win today's match, they're well on their way to emulate that performance, and they will look to maintain their position on the table. But it's not going to be an easy job, as right now they languish in 9th position, although they are winning against Vasco. They are a team which is run on very low budget, because they are known as the feeder team to Sporting Club de Goa. The likes of Kunal Kundaikar, who captained the Panjim Footballers last season, was one of the main reasons that they finished so high on the table. Kunal moving on and being promoted to the Sporting Club de Goa team. As this is Lloyd Cardozo against Kuldeep. Tries to go past Kuldeep Kumar, and then Warren does a good job of covering it and then wins the foul for Vasco Sports Club. But coming back to Panjim Footballers, they've always looked to give opportunity to young lads, and this is a very young team of Panjim Footballers, mainly all under 20 players. And there's a lot of shouting going on in the middle, all aimed at the referee, as he's given it for another corner kick, which is going to be taken by Daniel Ribello. But if Vasco do score from this corner, let me tell you that these Panjim Footballers will be outraged, as Kuldeep's ball comes in, and that is off the bar. This is a chance, still in it. What an opportunity for Vasco Sports Club to get back into the match and head that equalizer in from Joachim Abranches. Look at this again as the ball comes in from Kuldeep. Free header from Joachim Abranches, hits the bar, and then Anil Gaukar. I beg your pardon, that was Karan Shirodkar who waited all the while to take that shot on, but in the end the bodies in the box. It's a sea of yellow players in the box right now. Another corner coming in from Daniel Ribello, and another opportunity goes begging.
Substitution for Vasco Sports Club.
As Kuldeep's header this time goes over the bar.
Daniel Ribello, player in jersey number 11.
As Daniel Ribello has been taken off. That corner was his last contribution to this game, as Hafizur Rahman has come on for Vasco Sports Club, just limping his way into the dugout. Daniel Ribello, we know that he was injured even in the last match, and he was playing for the sake of his team, and he has put out a good performance considering that, but it hasn't helped Vasco Sports Club's cause, because they are still 1-0 down. And what an opportunity that was for Joachim Abranches. All he had to do is just hit the target from 2 yards out, and a player of his caliber, you expect him to bury that. But it didn't happen, and Panjim Footballers survive that scare and move on as this counter-attack comes in. And it could have been a better cross from the right hand side from Lloyd Cardozo. Apologizes to his colleagues, as the referee has headed over to the assistant again. We've seen some major decisions take place. There could have been an off the ball incident. He's headed over to the assistant again, and Karan Shirodkar has been called over by the referee, and he's got a yellow card, Karan Shirodkar. Vasco Sports Club have to keep their cool here. If they want to make a match out of this and get something out of this game, they have to keep their cool. Akash's header. This is on to the new boy today, Alent. This is Akash. And what a game he's played. Akash Sanadi, so impressive. I'm sure there'll be a lot of sharks in the ocean that will be scouting the likes of Akash Sanadi as Desmond Gama comes forward, charges forward, and we can see everyone on that Vasco bench, and Mickey Fernandez shouting at Karan Shirodkar, really losing his cool. With that missed pass from Karan Shirodkar, Mickey Fernandez just going mental in his technical area, and he should be going in that way because his boys haven't really showed up today. And Alan Colasso being taken off, and Ashok Megheri coming on for Panjim Footballers. We can see the coaches at work for Panjim Footballers. This is a crucial juncture in this game with 20 minutes to play. Joyson to take this corner kick. Ball comes in, flicked on by Vasco. This is Krishna Gavas on his left foot, still going, and the ball comes in and almost rolled into his own goal. It came off Kuldeep's chest. In the end, this ball from Krishna Gavas does well against Selvel de Costa. On his left foot, Krishna Gavas could have gone anywhere really from Kuldeep. As another corner comes in, swung in by Joyson. Megheri misses the connection. Sandvil's ball forward. Joachim retrieves it. This is Francis Fernandez with a beautifully swung in ball. Anil Kaukar gives the foul away this time on Akram Yadwad. And this time there shouldn't be any complaints from Anil, because you can see in this replay the foul was on Janio Fernandez quite clearly. Arms all over Janio Fernandez, bringing him down. Free kick taken by Preston. Kuldeep's header flicked on. This is Lloyd Cardozo going solo and not really holding that ball. This is Joyson, given away. Francis will take this throw in. Francis's ball. This is Hafizur. Threads it forward. This is a chance. Joachim of Branches has missed that glorious opportunity, and what a big save that is for Preston Rego. And that ball hit out in sheer frustration. We'll see this again. Hafizur Rahman threads it through beautifully, threads the defense, and what a poor finish that is from Joachim of Branches. Boy, what an opportunity that was. He could have had a hat-trick in this half for Vasco Sports Club. Joachim, he's not living up to the big name that he possesses, Joachim of Branches, but we know that he can change a game at any point of time. Joachim of Branches, he is the captain of Vasco Sports Club, and he will be looking to make amends for those few misses as Hafizur plays it to Francis. Francis's ball in, easily headed out, and this is Sandville. This is Lloyd Cardozo defending now, and Krishna Gavas clears it. There's desperate times right now for Panjim Footballers and Vasco. What an interesting juncture of play this is, as a beautifully played out ball looking for Kuldeep Kumar. This is now or never, all or nothing really right now for Vasco Sports Club. Desmond's ball, this is Lloyd Cardozo. This is Joyson. How hard has he worked today? If only we had a heat map to show, I think he would have been all over that ground. He's probably run at least 9.5 to 10 kilometers today. The work ethic and rate has been absolutely a joy to watch from Joyson, as this ball comes in from Cyril, and the shot then bounced off the ground, goes straight into the hands of Rizvin. Megheri with the shot. Lloyd fouls Kuldeep over there. Kuldeep moving forward, only leaving Alson behind to defend for Vasco. As the ball comes in, the flick on from Joachim, and that's a foul given by the referee. And believe it or not, a penalty has been given by the referee in sheer pressure circumstances. And you can understand why Panjim Footballers are losing their cool at the moment, because the referee had given a free kick initially, and then we'll see it again as this flick came on from Joachim. I must say that is probably the softest penalty that you will see under the circumstances. If the referee looks back at that replay, he will probably stand corrected on his decision, because that is probably one of the softest penalties I have seen given. But yes, if he's blown that for a foul, it is definitely a penalty kick, because it was inside the box. But this is the moment for redemption for Joachim Abranches. The captain makes amends for that miss. He hits the top corner with no chance for Preston Rego to stop that penalty from Joachim Abranches. And what has been a sheer display of grit from Panjim Footballers. Joachim Abranches plants this penalty into the top of the net. No goalkeeper in the world will be saving that. It's a very well taken penalty from Joachim Abranches under pressure. And that is when experience comes into play. Is this going to be deja vu for Panjim Footballers? Winning 1-0. Can Vasco pile on the misery on Panjim Footballers as this free kick comes in from Karan Shirodkar into the box? And this should be a goal kick for Panjim Footballers. In all that confusion, Prasil was the one who was shown the yellow card by the referee. This is Hafizur Rahman, who's definitely made a difference for Vasco Sports Club. We are into the last 11 minutes of regulation time and Kuldeep Kumar ushering his players on, looking for the victory. As the ball comes in from Preston, this is Vasco Sports Club on the front foot right now. Anil Gaukar putting it in, and what a cross that was from Joachim, just flicked on. And this is Ashok Megheri. Look at the hard work and the running from Anil Gaukar at the moment. He's everywhere on that field. He's running up and down, sprinting non-stop. This is Prasil. Preston Rego hooks it up forward. Joyson to Akash. Akash gives it away. This is Joyson again. It's a beautiful ball played by Ashok Megheri. Just towards Lloyd Cardozo, but they have won a throw-in, Panjim Footballers. As the referee has blown the whistle, and going into the last 10 minutes of the game, it's the last cooling break given by the referee. Vasco Sports Club have equalized, and it's almost touch and go right now at the Duler Stadium, because it is Vasco Sports Club 1 and Panjim Footballers 1. It is anyone's game really, with Vasco pushing for the win to keep their faint title hopes alive. As we go back to this first goal for Panjim Footballers, looks a long time back, as Joyson had slaughtered that ball past Rizvin Fernandez. But Joachim branches in the 76th minute of the game with the controversial penalty given by the referee, has equalized for Vasco Sports Club. However, Panjim Footballers still threatening on the counter attack. And he has gone over to Lloyd Cardozo to just give him a warning. This is Olsen's goal kick. This is Hafizur Rahman winning the ball. Francis Fernandez hooking it up, but Preston Rego should collect that. This is Preston taking his time, calming his players down, putting it forward. Not quite chasing that. Rizvin Fernandez puts it up this time. It's almost a goalkeeper's kicking game going on at the moment, but finally some kind of parity has been restored with Akash Sanadi. This is Lloyd Cardozo. The ball forward will not find the preferred destination of Ashok Megheri, who was looking for a foul. The ball had gone out already. Krishna Gavas going off, and Lokesh Kumar Talwar coming on for Panjim Footballers. A change made by Thomas Alvarez. A like for like change, with a left footer coming on for a left footer. As this ball comes in, headed on by Hafizur. Akram with the clearance. And this is Lloyd Cardozo chasing, but he gives up on the chase as the ball rolls out for a throw-in. This is Shirodkar. Selvel coming forward, clearing the ball, and look at this run. Anil Gaonkar in that left back position. You've got to admire the tenacity of this player, Anil Gaonkar. The man on the ball hooks it forward. Poor ball in the end. This is Akash Sanadi. Akash's ball forward. This is Lokesh Kumar Talwar. The first contribution from him. Pass to Lloyd Cardozo has been intercepted by Olsen, and this is Prasil. Akash. Beautifully played to Lokesh Kumar. Beautiful turn from Lokesh. He's still in possession of the ball. Plays it back. Akash so calm on the ball. So good to watch. Plays it back to Preston Rego. Preston hurried into that clearance. Lokesh's header. This is Cyril Dice. Prasil. Lloyd Cardozo. Prasil has gone through. He's taken the shot, but straight to Rizwan Fernandez. That was a chance. That was a half chance. Prasil continuing his run into the box. It was a great run from Prasil. This is Joyson. Still going up and down. Joyson and Anil Gaonkar would have been right on top of that distance covered in a match list. Would have loved to seen and compared their heat maps. As this ball has still been kept in play, as Selvel heads it onto Joachim. Akram's header, headed on by Anil. Francis Fernandez looking for Desmond Gama. Not happy with Desmond there. Francis Fernandez, who didn't go for that run. It was a well played ball by Francis Fernandez. Throw in by Xavier. And Nicky Fernandez is called straight away for a handball. He gets it. And it is another free kick for Vasco Sports Club, with Alson taking this free kick, and a very agitated, animated Mickey Fernandez on the bench today. As this ball comes in, headed on by Ashok Megheri for a throw-in. Joachim of Branches wanting to take it quick, leaves it for Olsen, who should launch this into the box. A long throw-in coming in from the big man. Olsen's long throw-in, and this will be a free kick for Panjim Footballers, with Kuldeep Kumar giving away the free kick. Preston will take this long and will look to send it as far as possible for him. As the flick comes on, this is Lloyd Cardozo. This is Lokesh Kumar Talwar, who's done brilliantly to turn away from his markers. This is Prasil. Panjim Footballers are not going away here. This is Prasil. That's a brilliant tackle again from Anil Gaonkar. How many times have we taken the name of Anil Gaonkar, the man on that ball again? Back to Selvel. This is Francis Fernandez. Akram putting it out for a throw. Anil taking the throw in there, almost grunting, and he's got the ball back. Anil's long ball. Towering header from Akram Yadvad. This is Ashok Megheri. Won by Hafizur Rahman. Desmond Gama. Played in by Karan Shirodkar. This is a good ball, but Preston handles the ball calmly. And this is Lokesh Kumar Talwar. This is end-to-end stuff right now at the Duler Stadium. This is Joyson now. Xavier coming forward down the right hand side, plays it back to Joyson. This is Akash. Look at the calmness on the ball from the young man, Prasil. Lokesh Kumar. Lokesh moving forward, losing out the ball quite cheaply in the end. Akram will retain possession. This is Akash with some space ahead of him. Akash's ball. Kuldeep should clear it easily, and he does. Akram's flick on. Janio Fernandez gets there ahead of Joachim Branches and does well to retain it from Joachim. Putting their hearts on the line right now, Panjim Footballers. Both teams know the importance of not losing this match, and a free kick has been given. Panjim Footballers' way as we come to the end of normal time. With 3 seconds to go, we'll be interested in the, and there you go on your screen, 5 minutes of additional time given by the assistant referee as Preston Rego takes this long free kick, cleared on by Olsen. Joyson still fighting for the ball. Ashok McGarry. Desmond loses the ball. This is Joachim Branches. Francis Fernandez. Desmond gives it away cheaply again. The ball comes in looking for Cyril Dice, but has been put out by Olsen. Just Olsen having a go at his players for the missed pass in the middle, which allowed Panjim Footballers to come right back at them. This is McGarry with the throw-in. Lloyd gets it in control. Beautiful skill from Lloyd Cardozo. This is Lokesh Kumar Talwar. Lloyd Cardozo, beautiful skill, and a goal kick in the end for Rizwin Fernandez. Olsen will take this long look for Joachim Branches, but it's won by Prasil. This is Sanville. Sanville plays it back to Karan Shirodkar, who's played it beautifully to Francis Fernandez. This is Anil. Kuldeep. Joachim Branches on the turn. Not winning the free kick there, Joachim Branches, but he does win the corner. Hafizur Rahman will be the man probably taking this corner kick. Yes, it is Hafizur Rahman. And again we see a sea of yellow jerseys in the box as the referee has headed over to Kuldeep and Olsen, warning them. A towering presence of Olsen in the box as this corner comes in, and Preston has lost that. Headed on by Akram. Not really happy with the referee's decision. Right now Panjim Footballers are giving it their all. They'll do anything to hold on to this precious 1 point right now as this ball comes in. Anil Gaukar with the shot, and that time he doesn't quite find the target and he sends it over to the stands. He was running back to be fair to him, as that ball comes in, not really in control. Preston Rego's kick, looking for Ashok McGarry. Shirodkar wins it. And it's hooked forward by Xavier. Warren has lost it. Cyril Dice will be chasing it on, but Warren's header has gone out for a throw-in. And this is Cyril Dice. He's gonna hook this long. This is probably the last opportunity for Panjim Footballers to get something into the box. This is Akash Sanadi. We can see no yellow t-shirts in the box. And that is it. This will be the last corner kick, probably of the game. And this is a Panjim Footballers opportunity to do something special and spoil the Vasco party, which already seems to be spoiled at the moment because they haven't logged in 3 points. As we see a sea of yellow t-shirts coming forward, the corner coming in, and this is a chance for Brussels. The ball is still in. This is one back. This is Akash Sanadi places it in. Finally cleared on by Vasco Sports Club. This is Akram now on the ball. Still one more chance as the ball comes in and calmly held by Rizwan Fernandez, as we have overshot the 5 minutes of additional time and the referee still allows play to continue. And there is the final whistle from the referee. A first half goal from Joyson Gonkar
Panjim Footballers
and a second half penalty from
of the Goa of the Selvel
Joachim of Branches
will be played between
has ended this game, as we see Prussell almost in tears banging the ground. Joyson Gonkar on his knees. Both sets of players on the ground. We can see how hard both sets of players have worked today.
Football Club versus Goa
What a game we have experienced at the Duler Stadium today.
15 AM.
Both teams leaving everything out there. Janio sitting on the ground, Akram on the ground. The coach is coming out to congratulate their players. What a game of football it has been. Both teams really having a go at each other. There you see, that's what you love to see from coaches. You can't really have complaints after what they've given everything out there on the field, and the result at full time is a 1-1 draw between Vasco Sports Club and Panjim Footballers. And we have a blockbuster Sunday encounter. Almost you can say that this could be almost a title decider, because it is the Flaming Orange Sporting Club de Goa versus the Greens Selgaukar Football Club. Two teams who are right on top of the Selvel Goa Professional League table. It is surely going to be an encounter not to miss. So ladies and gentlemen, please do tune in for tomorrow's match between Sporting Club de Goa versus Selgaukar Football Club, and we'll head over to the highlights now.